Well, in this video that you're gonna watch, I'm gonna show you more or less how my mind works. God, that's terrible. But anyways, I start out saying I'm going to do something. Then I do something different. And then I get distracted and do something else. And I never do on the video what I said I was going to do at the beginning. Welcome to my world.
Good morning, everyone. Cindy Squirrel here. Well, it's November 1st. Got the wood stove pumping. Hopefully get some heat on in here. It is 0 outside and only 17 in the house. I'll change that for everyone else, which is 63 degrees in the house and 33 degrees Fahrenheit outside. You know what? I gotta finish those apples. So today, I was looking at this starfrit thing, and it would be a great way to teach kids about gears and ratios and how you turn one gear one way and one gear the other way, and isn't that just awesome? And I love it because it's red. Because I'm all about the red. But anywho, enough playing around. Okay, today I'm not making apple pie filling. I think I'm just going to peel them, core them, slice them, throw them on that cookie sheet, and look at Daisy looking out the window. Where is she? There she is. Gotta have a low window so Daisy can look out the window on these cold days. Anyways, I'm out of parchment paper, so I just lined it with plastic wrap, and I'm just gonna set them in the freezer until they freeze, and then when they're frozen, I throw them all in a Ziploc baggie and keep them in the freezer. So like before, I've got 2 bowls here with half filled with water with some lemon juice. The lemon juice is going to keep the apple, once it's peeled, from turning brown. I'm going to put the slices in one, and the apple peelings and the apple cores in another. Now, I'm going to try and do this so you guys can see. This one has 4 prongs on it. You just set the apple into the prongs like that. Okay, and then you just turn, and it will slice it. It's like a razor blade that's on this one. It's a replaceable blade. And then when it comes up and then moves out of the way, then, okay, throw your peelings in, which one? This one. I never noticed there's a little release here, and you turn it, and then that pops your apple up a little bit, so it's easier. See that? Instead of having to try and pull it the whole way. And then I'm just going to take the peeling that was left at the bottom. Now I don't have one of those push down apple peelers, so I'm just going to make these into nice slices. I guess I could make them a bit thicker. These apples I'll use an apple crumble, an apple cake, spice apple muffins, apple pie, just whatever I want in the wintertime. And I don't have any apples on hand. Just grab them out of the freezer. Okay, just put that into your lemon water. And there we go. Back in a flash. Now I know that some of these, probably most of these apples, I'm going to be making into a pie. So instead of making the apple pie filling and canning it, what I did was in this big Ziploc baggie, I put all the dry stuff that I add to my apple pie. Your apple pie recipe might be different than mine, but this is mine. So in here, I've got 2/3 of a cup of sugar. I put in 2 tablespoons of clear gel, or you could use flour or cornstarch. I used 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, a bit of salt, and about 4 cups of apples equals a pie, unless you're doing a deep dish. So then I dump the apples in there. And this time, leave air in it this first time you close it here. And just shake her all around. Get them all coated. Oh, that looks so good already. I think you could eat it just like that. Okay, now just open it back up again. Let the air out. Flatten her down. Let the air out. Close it back up. Make sure it's closed. And then what I like to do is I put it on my pie plate. And you pretend that you're making a pie. Okay, there. Make sure it's all down, like as if it wasn't going to be in a pie. And then I freeze it like that in the pie plate. And then it forms the shape of the pie. And then I make my, when I want a pie, I make my pastry shell. And I take the apples still frozen out of the freezer. And when they're frozen, I just slide it into the pie shell. I turn it on a bit higher for the first 10 minutes, maybe around 400-ish. And that will thaw it out and get the bottom crust cooking so it doesn't get all soggy. And that's like an easy way. And I've got an apple pie ready for the winter. So you were probably thinking, hey Cindy, you've got the wood stove cranked up. Why is the oven empty? And I'm making apple pie filling. Duh! So I thought, well, I'm not going to spend time making a pie crust, but I always buy these when they're on sale. They're made the same way that I make mine, out of lard. So I thought, well, I'll just show you. So I made exactly like I said to you guys. Same ingredients. I'm just going to dump it all in there. And this is a bit smaller of a pie pan, but it should be okay. Remember, yours would be frozen, so it'd fit in there better. Okay, so let's just scoot those all around. Oh, why am I doing this? There's only me here. Oh, that means who's going to eat this but me? Okay, now you can put a double crust, like I said, put another pie crust on her, but I'm a crumble top person. So let's just sprinkle that with, this is just brown sugar, flour, salt, and butter. Let me just, I think it's equal, the flour and the brown sugar. And just sprinkle that all on top there. You've seen all that juice that went into the bottom. Remember that I did put clear gel, just like I would any other. and it will thicken it up. Now, is there such a thing as too much crumble on a pie? I don't think so. Well, apparently I made way too much. Okay, now let's just pop that in the oven. Now, when we were moving, my daughter-in-law had my stool in the trailer to go to the dump. And I said, "Not my stool." She goes, "What the heck do you need that for?" I said, "For one, I got 9 grandchildren. And for two, I use it all the time. It's the right height for me to sit down at the stove." And if I'm doing something low in a bottom cupboard or something, it's perfect. So my oven says it is almost 400 degrees. And it feels like it is. So let's just pop that in. Oh, first mess of my oven. Close that up. And while I'm making the rest of the pie filling to put in the freezer, I have a pie cooking away. Awesome. Wow. Now that apple pie looks almost good enough to eat. What do you think?